razor wire, sodium lamps. A snow-choked gate to a city that shouldn't exist. In Russian law, there's ZATO, closed administrative-territorial formations, towns sealed by statute in late Soviet decrees and carried into Russian Federation law. Born in the late 1940s under the NKVD and MGB to shield the first atomic program at Artemis-16. Today, Sarov. Scientists, machinists, guards, entire families live behind controlled gates. Jobs, housing, and movement bound to state enterprises. Over 1 million residents work in defense plants, Rosatom sites, and research combines. On maps, identities collapsed into postal codes, into 1665, a cartography of absence that still lingers hidden in plain sight. Late 1940s, panic gave structure. Under Lavrenti Beria, the NKVD, later the MGB, created closed administrative-territorial formations that walled off entire workforces. Artemis-16, today Sarov, became the prototype. Perimeter checkpoints, badges, compartmented plants. The 1950s-1980s spread the blueprint to warhead labs, naval yards, and research combines, binding scientists, workers, and families to secrecy. Names vanished into codes: Tomsk 7, Seversk, Chelyabinsk 65, Ozersk, Krasnoyarsk 26, Zheleznogorsk. Mail went first to the nearest open city, then was rerouted inside, revealing nothing on the envelope. By the late Soviet period, hundreds of thousands, ultimately over 1 million, lived inside ZATO. After 1991, many remained under the Russian Federation. Sarov, Ozersk, Zheleznogorsk, renamed yet still restricted. The system's logic endured. Protect the arsenal by hiding the places that build it. Entry starts with a propuska, your pass, issued under propiska, the residency registry. Lanes split under frost, guards mirror checks, and temporary slips time-stamp visitors at the turnstiles. Turnstiles count bodies. Scanners read badges. Stamps hit glass. Protocols are logged, mirrored, signed. FSB oversight on the line between green light and stop. Most adults clock in with a single employer. Rosatom combines defense machine plants, naval support yards, where the badge links job, flat, and movement. Communications aren't private. Network traffic is logged, device MACs whitelisted, visitors' hardware registered and audited before a signal leaves the fence. In return, subsidized housing, stocked shelves, reliable schools. The bargain is clear: comfort and stability, priced in permits and silence. What justifies a city behind gates? Warheads, components, and the people who service them, kept in hardened storage, moved under guard, and hidden in the folds of restricted terrain. Inside, alloys are forged, high-purity fuels refined, and electronics hardened to survive blast, heat, and radiation. Glove boxes hissing, alloy pores glowing, clean corridors lit sterile white. Quiet work that makes warheads viable. Far north at Severomorsk, the Northern Fleet concentrates headquarters, submarine support, repair yards, and munitions storage. Piers under snow, gantries striding the water, layered controls, layered deniability. Convoys feed the bases while movements blur behind perimeter lines. Readiness is a rhythm. Cranes swing, welders flare, patrol craft idle under blackout protocols. Supply chains are insulated against sabotage, designs guarded against theft, and routes and timelines obscured. Deterrence maintained precisely because the details never surface. International oversight stops at the gate. The IAEA audits civilian power reactors, licensing, safeguards, and incident drills, but not warhead assembly lines or missile plants. Inside ZATO perimeters, secrecy laws criminalize disclosure and restrict photography, data, and interviews. Inspectors, reporters, even most domestic regulators remain outside the fence, reading redacted memos while critical work proceeds out of view. After a northern test, regional sensors showed brief radiation upticks on public dashboards. Then notices were revised, datasets pulled, and footnotes replaced the numbers. For intelligence services, these blind spots blur the picture. Fuel shipments look routine, prototype trials hide within exercise schedules, and convoy routes vanish into restricted roads. Ambiguity slows attribution, widens analytical error bars, and compresses decision time, conditions where a contained mishap or covert deployment can escalate before the world even agrees on what occurred. Across black spruce belts, the map goes quiet. Airstrips, fences, watchtowers, ordinary horizons masking extraordinary purpose. Life tracks the weather while policy moves, unseen behind the wire. Snezhinsk's VNIITF and Sarov's VNIEF model warheads. Zheleznogorsk manages nuclear fuel with space-era heritage. Severomorsk readies fleets and support. Children bike to school, engineers badge through doors, adequate lives, lived under permits. In a connected world, secrecy redraws geography and endures. Understanding hidden infrastructure clarifies the world you live in. If you value verified detail over rumor, follow and subscribe. We'll keep tracing the lines others miss, carefully and in the open.